Rather than land sparing, so converting land into production or converting land into nature or retaining land for nature, I think we need to take more of a land sharing approach. So this means that we have farmers improving biodiversity alongside growing the food that we need, food, fuel, and fiber we need to survive. And so that might mean, for example, having wildlife margins around a plot. That might mean supporting an area of reforestation on the farm. That might mean re-wiggling a river so we don't have these straight rivers running through farms. We actually have ebbs and flows in rivers in a natural way. And there are lots of different techniques to measure the impact of those types of interventions. Conventionally, you might send a team of ecologists onto a farm to conduct a number of surveys. That could be to do a bird count or a pollinator count, for example. Those methods have served us well up to a point, but they're not scalable. And this is the sort of the crux of the challenge at the moment, is that we all want to measure and monitor this stuff, but we don't necessarily have the tools to do that. However, there is hope. There are exciting new techniques coming to the fore. So environmental DNA is one of those options. So we can measure and monitor biodiversity by taking samples of soil and water, and we can look at the DNA that's been left behind in those samples to provide us with an unprecedented insight into the number and type of species that are present in that environment. So rather than sending a team in to go and count those things, we can simply take samples and extract the DNA and sequence that against a database to give us a really clear understanding of what's present and what's not. There are also other methods of remote sensing, which are starting to become more and more popular now. So things like bioacoustics, which allow us to listen for types of insects and types of birds. I also read recently about a company offering bioacoustics for soil, which just blows my mind that you can put microphones into soil and listen to what's happening below ground. And we also have other remote sensing techniques like camera traps, and also drone sensing as well, satellite data. So there's a kind of a combination really of different methods that are coming through. I think what's really interesting, what's going to be critical to this, is understanding how these techniques can complement one another, because there's no silver bullet out there. Not one of these techniques will provide all of the answers we need. But I think if we can start combining these techniques into a single platform or a single metric, then we're going to be in a much better place to report on biodiversity changes over time.